Good early Sunday morning, all. It's 2 a.m. here. I woke up about an hour or two ago, just before midnight. Oh my goodness. I'm a wreck, I am. I walked up to Tumble yesterday, posted the video through the sheep. Well, my security guards, the sheep. Like security guards, they were walking in front of me. Out the way, who's coming through? He's coming up this hill, out the way, nothing to see here. Oh, God. Oh, crazy creatures. Yeah, and then hopped over that fence, walked little rest of the way, If I'd walked along the roads, it would be about 3 mile walk. As the crow flies, as I did yesterday afternoon, it's about less than 2 miles. Straight as a line. Oh, up the hill and down. Tumble. I call it Tumble because a blinking hill tumbles down it. Yeah, it's a south-facing village, the hill coming down. So, it always misses most of the sun. Yeah. Unlike in Croissants is the other side of the hill. You can see the sun rising in the morning, and then and then the evenings it gets slightly darker earlier. Yeah, my friend Hugh, he's called Hugh as well. He's just bought an old knackered John Deere lawnmower, sit-on lawnmower. And he's reconditioning it, and he wanted a hand. He wanted some technical expertise. He wanted, what's the word, like a doctor, a second opinion. Second opinion. And, he's good. He's good. Electric. He wanted some help with electrics, and he worked, by the time I got there, he worked out what it was, when you start up these lawnmowers, you've got to put them, there's a, was it a dead thing, is it? Something like that. Well, usually by the left foot, so it's not the throttle, is it? You've got to push it all the way forward, this pedal. And then he makes a solenoid, and then within 10 minutes, we got the engine started, all sorted. Yeah, and, carburetor looks fine. You might have, we cleared the petrol line out, because whatever petrol was still in that pipe had been parked up for 2-3+ years outside. Oh, bloody rusted, terribly rusted. Well, not really rusted, but parts of it. Totally neglected. And so I said, gunky petrol in that line. Disconnect that line and bleed it through, because whatever petrol was in it was gone all greasy and waxy and gunky. So I made sure fresh new petrol full through. Popped it back on. All the dead switches are sorted out, solenoids are sorted out. Check, pull them off. The contacts are clean, and put the wire plug back on, etc. That sort of thing. And he went, started straight away. And he was bloody well chuffed, he was. I said, you could see his eyes lit up. So I was taking the bits off and giving it a good coat. He bought some John Deere green. John Deere is, they're from the borders of Canada, USA, like Minnesota or Wisconsin or something, and Ontario, around that area, around the borderlands. That's the company. Yeah, well, Illinois, whatever, I don't know. Michigan. That's where the good engineers all went to work, emigrated to USA, up that, around the South Great Lakes, Superior, Michigan. And same in a bit in Canada, see. Detroit's around there, see. Near the border, not far from the Canadian border, and we all know about Detroit and their car industry. Yeah, along that, see. There's been engineering heartland for hundreds of years. Well, since the early 19th century, anyway. It was all driven by farming, really. Farming equipment, hence John Deere, John Deere tractors, common harvesters and all that. And that green of theirs and yellow, the world over. Yeah, good engine, Briggs and Stratton. Quite advanced, 17 horsepower. He said you can do at least 25 miles per hour if you drive it on the road. And he can drive it, even though he lost his driving license basically, but he can still drive it on the roads because it's classed as is an agricultural vehicle plus solar powered. Doesn't need MOT or anything, yeah. Doesn't need anything. And all that sort of thing. I think so. Red tape changes all the time, but I think it still applies, especially around here anyway. Maybe a bit different if you're trying to drive it through London, for instance. If you drive it along in central London. Anyway, so I sorted that out. Yeah. Oh, but I was buggered. When I got there, I was all right. Messed around for an hour or two, and then all the energy suddenly went out of me again. And and I had to catch a. I could have walked it back, but I would have been struggling. God, so I caught the 5:15 bus back, and I had a bite to eat here. I went straight to bed. I was fast asleep by 6 and woke just before 12. Yeah, I'm not very well. And he was telling me, "Oh, you need to go to the doctor to find out what's going on with you." And I said, "Oh God, that'll take 6 months, going back and forth, and all that. I just can't bloody do it, man." And the first thing you always do is send you for the basic blood tests, just to eliminate the usuals. There's more than that. It's nervous problem. Left hand leg on my thigh. It's quite numb, really, and but I don't know. It could be anything. But I was pretty absolutely shattered when I got back earlier yesterday evening. And, you can say, you're not looking after yourself. I said, well, I make sure I do sort of not eat regularly, but what I try and do. And yesterday morning I cooked a curry, and I got quite a bit of it left. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh my God, loads left. Yeah, that's an Indian curry I made. Basically, jalfrezi. There's a peel of rice in there. There's carrots, all sorts of bits and pieces, and a whole tin of chicken soup. Kind of chicken soup. You can use it like a basic stock, really. No. Cheapest tin of chicken soup is good enough stock. If you want to thicken it, bit of corn flour with warm water, mix it. Warm water, not hot, warm. And that'll thicken it up if you want. And yeah, so shortly now. Oh, I'm having a couple of cans of beer, yeah. Oh, I didn't drink much beer. Well, I had a couple of cans before I left yesterday. I've still got some of my Germany Seagull beer. Reinbacher Pilsner. Yeah, good quality stuff. There's no added chemicals like British beer. Like things like it's brewed in Germany. You know, 4 ingredients: water, yeast, hops. What's the last one? 4. Water. Oh, malted barley. Oh, malted barley, yeast, hops, water. 4. Nothing more. No bloody, no sulfates and all that rubbish. Yeah. And, you drink it and no hangover or nothing. Some of these British beers, well, not as bad as they used to be. All that sulfates and all that rubbish, and I don't know why they mess up with. Think they're clever. Things like Budweiser, American beer. Oh yes, and no added sugar. No added sugar. All the sugars are malt grain sugars. No white sugar added. And like these popular British beers and Americans, like for instance, Budweiser, they had rice flour. Use rice flour. Well, it's not too well, but it's not the same, really, is it? Aye. And all these chemicals, well, some are basically harmless, but I think that might. I'm sure that like gluten allergies with bread, for instance, wheat bread. They do add bits and pieces to it, to make it last, to keep it fresh. You know. Oh my God, I've been talking for 12 minutes. Right. Anyway, so happy Sundays. Just Sundays. Yeah. Oh God, it was only Sunday the other day. Right. 12 and a half minutes. Right. Have a good Sunday now, all. Ta-ra.